It was my dad's worst nightmare. It was my dad's worst nightmare that I would end up gay. And here's the thing, he would never say the word gay. He was too much of a gentleman. Because when you're a non-gay guy, you do gay shit. You know what I mean? Just do gay shit. You do. You know, like your sisters are like making cookies or like doing gymnastics. I'm like, I want to see that. My dad would be like, no, son, don't do that. Don't do that gay shit. You're going to end up like this. You always do it, you know, and you never say it. I would just say it one time. You're going to end up like this. Years later, I go to high school and I'm in band, and they're like, pick an instrument, and somebody hand me the tambourine. I'm like, no. The great thing about doing comedy here is you get so much stage time. Every single show I do is the show that is going to make me quit my day job. Somebody's going to be in the audience, or something's going to click, and that's how I feel. I think that really grounds me, because when you go home in that disappointment and you marinate that you have to go back to work on Monday, I mean, that really does something to your soul, you know? Your soul has to be butt-fucked a lot in comedy. You have to have some hope, but not a lot of hope, and you gotta walk around with a little bit of chafing from all the butt fucking in your soul. It does something to you. It just makes you a better person. I feel that. We're gonna go do some gay shows for the gays in Las Vegas. And we are going to be in between strippers. So there's gonna be
700 feet. Turn left onto North 7th Avenue.
That does not sound good, but we're gonna make it work.
Turn left onto North 7th
This is the wrong order. That's
There's
okay.
one more stripper before us.
This is his first time performing in 9 months.
Not
He's
stripper.
actually
So
very
sorry.
scared.
That's all
So-
right. I was just staring at them hot, oily, tan titties. They was coming at me, and in my mind I was thinking, why does this bitch's titties look like Hulk Hogan's arms? Why? This bitch comes to me and has the nerve to say, excuse me, my eyes are right here. That's what she said, Max. My eyes are right here. My eyes are here. I said, well, you might want to tell them big ass titties that your eyes need attention, bitch. It's rough. I feel good though. I was yelling. Oh, you know what's so funny is you do a show outside, which is tough, with naked boys next door. It's hard to keep the attention of the people. You gotta really work it. I mean, that's our life. And we work it. You send them a message, Dallas, and when you go in that fucking voting booth, you pull out that big ass dick of yours. Hit all the things.
Right on the ballot.
Right on the ballot. And you know what? Put it in the marker and then put your head right on that ballot. You let them know, fuck you, bitch. Thank you. Thank you, Dallas, for having a big tick. Thank you. Comedy, the first time I did it in 2010 at the Comedy Spot, I took a class because I knew I really wanted to do it, but I didn't know the structure. But it was something I always wanted to do, I just never had the confidence. My first joke was, we lived by this busy intersection, and I loved to go down, and when it was a red light, I would say to somebody because their windows would be down, I'd say, hey, Dreamboat. And then when they turn around, I'd say, not you, shipwreck. And that was so much fun for me. They would chase me sometimes. But for me, that was like comedy. That was like the beginning. I dream every day. How can I get out of this state? How can I do it in the right way?
Everybody here will be happy for you if you become regionally, nationally, whatever, successful. And you should go for, if you get the opportunity to go big, you should jump at it.
I work a full-time job and I do this. I probably do like 270 live shows a year.
Oh my God. 270 shows a year. That's a lot. That's a lot.
I don't like comedy clubs and I don't really like bars. There's too many rules and goofy shit. They're pushing the comedians into the underground. So this is a giant grandma's basement.
Come on. Nobody's clapping.
Give it up for Mr. Davis. Come on, let him hear you. Come on, let him hear you.
And I met Gene, Jake introduced me here at House of Comedy. But he came in like full energy, and I was like, oh yeah, that's Gene.
I like men. I like real stinky men. You know what I mean? Like, sir, if you went in that bathroom and took a shit, I'd be in heaven. I'd be like, that's a man. That's a man.
We have 2,100 comics in the roster of comedy gangs. Gene is in the top 10 of those comedians. And I would say top like 5 of skill level.
I love diversity. Whatever you want to do, be who you want to be. Fuck a doorknob. I don't care. But when you go see Jesus, don't stand next to me, dude. Because I'm a tattletale and I'll be telling, Lord, who the fuck is the doorknob?
House of Comedy, it is the finals for the funniest comedian in Arizona with a day job, and I'm nervous as fuck. You know what I did? I had like 4 anxiety attacks today. I ate a lot. I shit. You know, in a normal show, I take 4 diarrhea pills. This is a big show. There's like 6 in me right now.
I'm nervous though, because I'm an emotional eater. You hear me? I'm an emotional eater. Like if you piss me off, I eat. You stress me out, I eat. But if you offer me pussy, like I said, I don't eat that shit. I get nervous.
I live in that movie Groundhog Day. Like every day I get up, I go to work, I do a show, I come home, and I know that if I take one day off, I feel like that's the day that it's over. Here I am with borrowed energy, and I'm trying to make it work.
I've spent my life, like a lot of comics, you know, waiting for those 5 great days. There's only 5 good days in a whole life. And you wait for them, you wait, and then they don't come, and then you get depressed, and then you start drinking. The thing that's gonna keep me alive is the million little things. Like walking in and seeing you. Like my Coke is delicious. Like seeing my friends. Like thinking of a good bit.
Coming in at second, Gene Moore! Come on, Gene!
Tonight was a hard night. It was, you know, it hurts. It really hurts. When I get in the car, I'm gonna cry. It really hurts. But you know what? It's me. It's me. I'm so close. I can feel that I'm so close, but I just need to work harder.
Y'all don't sound like it's Friday. Good morning, Moving Mortgage.
Good morning, everyone. We're doing Raven fans first. Is that it? Okay, good. I was a little confused. Good morning. Let me hear you say good morning. Good morning. Not good enough. Why are those people in the back? Come forward. Come on. Let us have fellowship together. Come on. Me anxiety when you don't give me that energy. I'm good at anxiety, just so you know. When I was a little kid, they were kidnapping kids. I was terrified. Never wanted to leave the house. I never wanted to. My mother would be like, "Come on, mijo, let's go to the store." And I'm like, "No, they're kidnapping me." And she'd be like, "No. No!" So she would like put me on like one of those little horsies at the store, you know, and it would go back and forth like that. And then she would go in the store and I'd be like, Mom, where are you going? They're gonna kidnap me. And she'd be like, "No, mijo, they don't steal the brown ones." Come closer. All right, make some noise.
Isn't it funny? Because sometimes it is shocking to people how much confidence I lack. That is shocking to people. Like they are not aware of it because it's an act.
I think in person you're a little bit hesitant for sure.
For sure.
On stage, you're like, and I tell folks that haven't seen your show, This guy's he transforms into this different persona.
Yeah.
When you get on stage.
Come on, bitches! Come on, bitches! Come on, make some noise! Come on! Come on, you got more than that Sunday. Come on! Goddamn noise! Come on, let me hear you! Happy Pride, everyone! Happy Pride! Come on! Let me hear those people in the back!
Being a gay comic in Phoenix means that you gotta have a lot of acts, a lot of tools in your little toolkit. I have a corporate act, I have a blue act.
I'm like, I want to like take a couple months off. I just want to get really high and be in a coma. You know what I mean? Like normal stuff. Because it is my goal to be Terry Schiavo. Do you guys still remember Terry Schiavo? Oh my God. Oh, fuck you, judgmental bitch. She had it made. She had the best life ever. What are you talking about? They fed her. They clipped her toenails. I'm sure somebody fucked her at night. It was a good life.
I have a clean act. In that clean act, I don't mention any politics, any swear words, or I don't even mention anything or even talk about being gay. Because when you do these clean shows, they do send you a message and they don't want no politics, no swearing, and no gay. Does it hurt my feelings? Yeah, it hurts your feelings because, you know, you create a set and it's personal, it's you, it's everything about you, and they're like, not that part. The worst thing you can do to respond to somebody that does not see you is anger. I think you need to be compassionate and show that you're a human being and like reach and see inside of them. Like, I see that you're broken. I see that. But I'm not gonna match your brokenness with my anger. Is it wrong to say to a gay comic, don't talk about being gay? Yes. Yes, that is wrong. You should not do that. Here's what I know 100%. I have met people that are incredibly racist against Mexicans and homophobic. Homophobic as fuck. And I've met with them and I've worked with them and now they get me and they see me in a different way and they apologize for the things that they've said. And they thank me for kind of like teaching them that what they were doing was wrong, but not doing it in a way that was hateful or made them like putting them on blast. Do I take these jobs? Yeah, and I do get money for them. And do I take an opportunity to be subversive and maybe, you know, talk about some politics in a secret kind of way? Yeah, I'll do that. The clue for Gene Moore is I just want to be on the bus. Now, I'm not going to deny who I am to be on that bus. I'm going to be me. But if you want me not to mention a few things, I'll do it. I'll do it. Just let me on the bus. Comedy always finds a way to surprise you. You really got to be on your toes. I once did a veteran show where they talked about somebody who didn't come home, and you looked around the room and you see these people, some of them missing limbs. Like, these are real people who sacrifice. And then they say, now we're going to bring up Gene Moore to bring you comedy.
July 7th, 1944, Ryan E. Ward was part of the headquarters company, 1st Battalion, 105th Infantry Regiment, 27th Infantry Division on the northwest coast of Saipan. On July 7th, the Japanese commander ordered a massive suicide attack on the lines. Ryan was killed, never found. Yesterday, the Defense POW MIA Accountability Agency identified his remains and are returning him to the United States. We will find you, we will bring you home. So let's lighten things up a bit. Gene Moore, he's here to entertain us. is an Army veteran. How many years?
3 years.
3 years. So he couldn't figure out how to do it yet. So. But that's our round of applause for Gene Moore.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Are you good? Hi, everybody. I said hi, everybody. Can you hear me? That's good. And I was standing in line and I'm thinking, what am I going to give up? And I was noticing people going back to the pews after they had their sign of the cross. And it looked like Picasso had drawn on their heads. So I'm like, I'm going to help my father out here. So when I went up to see him, I was like kind of moving with him to get my cross right. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, I travel the country and I tell you.
Sometimes you lay awake at night and you think, God, did I do that right? And did they really just throw it to me like that? Man, you got to be on your toes. That's what makes comedy interesting.
Let me tell you what I love about Stay Crazy. The staff is amazing. It's a little bit of a secret. I am the most booked comedian here, so they like me.
All right, well, I'm going to get this show started. We're going to get your host and MC out here. When he comes out, I want you to give him a big burst of love. He's a big burst of energy. That's why he wants it. We love having him. You guys are going to love him. Please give a big warm welcome to Gene Moore. Come on, Saturday night. Come on. Good, that's good. Hello, pretty people. I like it when they put the pretty people up front. Hi, ugly bitches in the back. How are ya? So good to see you. Hello, sir. Are you good? Oh, my God, you're cute. All right, good. Thank you. Sometimes they put the ugly ones up there. It gets crazy. Good to see you. Hi, give it up for Tom, everybody. Give it up for Tom.
That's a bad thing for you that you are such a great host. You should be featuring here all the time, but you're too damn good of a host. That's the problem. Did you hear that? There's a ton of great comics that aren't great hosts. You're a lot more flexible in that you could close a show, you can feature a show, you can host a show. I have a very specific vision of what a host is for me, and you crush at it, so that's why I love having you as a host.
Someone told me I look like the oldest Hot Topic manager. I was like, oh my God, thanks. I look like I can manage something.
What do you guys do for Christmas? Where do you go?
I go to my dad's house.
You do?
And then, we have sex because I look just like my mom at this point.
Where you at? Part-time?
Oh my God, did you quit your job?
No, not yet.
No, you're part-time.
No.
You're part-time though.
You know what? No.
No?
You're the kind of guy that wouldn't break up with one boyfriend until you already had another.
Yes!
Oh, see, it's this vine thing. People don't want to let go of the one vine and then grab the other when you're swinging. They want to make sure they grab the other vine when it's still holding on.
I'm
And then
thinking,
he doesn't want to leave his job until he gets big in comedy, not realizing you got to leave your job to get big in comedy.
It's a natural thing. It's this progression that he has is very natural. It's gonna happen. 100% I believe it's gonna happen. So I mean, it just feels like a normal thing. Yeah. He's on his way.
It's kind of funny that I'm the one that's like, just quit, just pursue it. I'll follow along with whatever you want to do. So, I'm all for it. I wish he would just quit his job and pursue this full time. I'd be totally supportive, and I'd be there for him.
Where am I at right now is I know that energy is correct, that I have to do something. That I'm at that fork and I need to either go left and right. And so what I've been doing is reaching out to other people to find out how and what they did when they came at that point in their life. And it's easy just to say, just go for it. But I just think you need to know a few things. I'm worried about what I don't know.
Like comedy's like just throwing a kite to the wind, and let's see, you can say I want to go here, here, and here, but in many ways there's a lot of forces taking you different directions. You just got to be willing to be the best at whatever direction the wind tries to take you, and that's the way I look at it. Because if I could have chose my career by now, I'd probably be hosting The Daily Show in take Jon Stewart's seat from him, but that was not offered to me. So here we are, baby.
I think comedians don't have a choice. So I didn't have a choice. I had a real job, and
what was it? What was your job?
I had a high-rise apartment in Philly. I was in love, but I was doing like 60 and 70 hours a week, and I thought I could easily get a job I don't like. I should do what I really want to do, but I was so afraid to tell people I wanted to be a comedian.
But it's basically giving up everything for it too. It's kind of like I'm putting away my whole life to go struggle for a solid 4 years, and then the next thing you know.
For sure.
But it's just, I mean, like I've been out there for what, 7 years now, and finally I got a thing on TV. There's moments where you're like, what am I doing here, man?
There's some of us that are out there that just can feel that there's something more. I'm here for something more. Yeah. You're like, I'm called to do something more, and and you got to listen to that.
And being a comic full time, it's definitely a stressful life, but it's worth it.
You have these months that are really great. Yeah. You can do some corporate gig for $5,000, and then literally the next day you're performing for 10 drunks in the back of a bar, and the $50 check bounces. Like literally.
There was no plan B?
Nope.
Like if this didn't work out, what was your plan?
This was gonna work out. There was no plan B.
One thing I did you might want to consider is I quit, but I never told my boss. I still showed up to work, but if I was at the computer, I was writing jokes. I was doing, and about 3 months in, he's like, "Your sales are way down." I'm like, "Well, personal stuff going on." Oh, wow. So they wrote me up, and that takes 4 weeks. Then they gave me
oh my God, that's a good plan.
Then they gave me a second written warning, and they told me, "You're only gonna get one more written warning." I'm like, "Really? This is awesome." 5 months later, they're like, "You're out of here, buddy." I'm like, "Finally, shit!"
Take that. I'm gonna call it the Cave-On plan.
The Cave-On plan.
How you doing? I'm on the Cave-On plan.
Quit very slow and
and save money. Lots of cash.
Unfortunately, we think as artists that we just sit around and we practice our craft and someone's going to help us, and that does happen for a very few twats who end up being like bubblegum comics in the industry, and they're industry darlings, and they don't work hard, and it shows on stage.
Yeah.
But for a lot of other people, like I loved Bernie Mac and all those guys, and some of the comics and some of the musicians that were my favorites were completely blocked out of industry and had to go make their own way. There are different circuits in comedy and music that are really alternative, not industry alternative. And those people didn't create them because they were business people, it's because they were starving artists.
It came to the point where comedy was, not doing comedy, I would lose money by having a job. Doing not focusing on comedy because comedy's paying so much money. So it's just a natural progression of the way it works. I think it's like any business,
I don't think I'm ready.
But well, of course not. You're not ready to do it perfectly right out of the gate. You're ready to go try, learn, fail a little bit, learn from your mistakes. You've always done really well learning. Okay, I did that. That one was almost good. I can change that by 10%. It'll be perfect. I've seen you do shows and run shows and do bits where you weren't ready to do it. Did you ever tell a joke the first time and it's perfect?
No.
No. You're going to go out and do this and fine tune it.
The best thing ever happened is I didn't even know how to quit. I felt so intimidated with the whole process. I was working at a big company, and it was just, well, cool. I did this thing I was supposed to do. I hated every second of it, and I got fired. That's rock bottom. Like, I've already done that. So, like, I moved back home, so it was just, it made it easier for me. Like, I think I was very lucky to be able to be like, okay, like, I could only go in this direction now. Worst case scenario, I fail and end up back at home? Like, I'm living at home right now. So it was easier. Maybe it was even easier to be entrepreneurial because it was like, I can't fall anywhere further. Like, I don't think my parents are going to kick me out.
You should do it, and I think more people should do that. It sounds very trite to say, chase your dreams, but you should. Your life is a very long time, and if you can do something that you want to do and it's going to fulfill you, then you should do it. You have a job now, and you probably like your job and it pays well, but there's other jobs. If it doesn't work out, all right, I tried it, and then you go back and you do a job. I did the same thing.
Do you hate your job or do you love comedy?
I love comedy. I love comedy. I love it.
I'll be honest with you. I feel like you're too funny to have waited this long.
Oh, really?
But I don't know if it's going to work out because the road's brutal. I don't wish it for you. I don't know if it's going to work out, but you're funny. You're
I was
gifted.
already homeless,
So, you know.
Were you homeless?
Yeah. When my family found out I was gay, they throw me out, right? So I'm like,
wait, your family figured out you were gay and they booted you?
Yeah. So I was fucked up for a while. But then now
that hurts. You're in a really weird place. I'm going to be honest with you.
Tell me.
You may or may not do this. You really may or may not do this. Like, you're really funny. No bullshit. I'm a snob. I don't fucking do that. You killed. You hosted. You're not a host. But I started comedy in Boston. So killers host shows. So that's what I'm used to. But you are not thoroughly convinced you're a comic yet, and you genuinely have a problem, a decision that I didn't have. So that worries me about you. You have a decision. I didn't have a decision. But you're great. You're funny. You're hilarious. I mean, you know, entertainment's your world. Are you going to start NFL football? I don't know because I don't know. I don't know if you want it. I don't know if you want it, man.
He's saying, I know you're funny, but are you ready for what that road is going to bring you? Like the craziness, the loneliness. Yeah, that loneliness is real. I've done that when going out of town. It is lonely. You know what I mean? And there's something too that it's more than just being alone at the time. It is looking like on Facebook or social media and you see like there's a wedding going on, there's a graduation, like all that is missed. My boyfriend is home alone a lot. I feel bad about that. I mean, it's easy for me to sacrifice, but it's hard to ask someone else. So I think what he's saying is, are you ready for the sacrifice that you're getting ready to do? Are you ready for the sacrifice that you're going to make others go through and do? You know what I mean? For the pain of being alone, being broke, working in places where they put you in with like there's bed bugs, with shitty comics that don't care. And yeah, like, it makes sense. That's what I want to do. It makes sense to do it. Like, I'd rather do that than to sit behind a desk and live the wrong life.
I thought, oh, I can do this. I had a car. I was living in my car. So I thought, oh, I can do this. And then one night, in the middle of the night, I had to pee. And I was like, what do I do? Where do I go? It's 2 a.m. I am on, some little remote cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
And I can't just be the person peeing in someone's yard. Like, where do you go to pee when you're homeless? Like, what do people do? So then I figured out if I just joined 24-hour fitness,
you could take
I
a shower.
Pee and take a shower anytime I wanted.
Yeah.
And park in their parking lot. And that's what I did. I was a fat woman living at the gym. The jokes wrote themselves.
Yes, you were there. Good morning. I got up early. Like Skylar said, just get up an hour earlier just to like process what I'm gonna do and what I got to do for the day. And then just, you know what? Don't have a lot of anxiety about all the things you gotta do. Just focus on the small, incremental things you can do. And I think that's how you make big change. Is you just focus and do what you can and do it well. Do it with good quality, and that's how you move forward. So
what did you do this morning?
So I got up and I just stared at the floor because that is my small step. I pray a lot. I love being a good Catholic, a good Samaritan. I pray a lot. I pray for Judge Judy to be president because don't you think she'd be a good president? I mean, nobody puts white trash in their place like Judge Judy. Amen. And I'm not hating on white trash. I grew up poor and Mexican. We looked up to white trash. We did. We're like, one day if we work hard enough, we too could be white trash. You know what I mean? I pray for Judge Judy to be president, and I pray a lot. And, my Aunt Gloria, she told me one time, she's like, Gene, you shouldn't pray. And I said, why? And she said, well, gay people, they don't get to go to heaven. And I said, what?
Gay people don't get to go to heaven. First, that messes up my whole plan, because I'm a tattletale. I can't wait to get over on the other side and tell the Lord on all you bitches. You know what I mean? Oh, I've been taking notes. Me and Wanda have been watching you guys close. We're getting it together. I'm telling the Lord how women are mean to each other at the workplace. I'm telling him how people make fish in the microwave when they ain't supposed to at the workplace. I'm doing it all, Lord. So, Gloria, I am going to get to heaven. And you know what? I'm Mexican. Get me to the pearly gate. I'll get over it. I'll get over it. Thank you.
I would say maybe every 3 months. I probably should do it more. But it's weird because I think I have Indian in me because I have no body hair, but I get a lot of hair on my eyebrows. Like, it's crazy. There's this fear that I'm going to betray myself.
I get that. But what if you believed in yourself 100%? What if you didn't give 50% to that and 50% to that, and you said 100%? I'm never going to betray myself.
Yeah.
I'm never going to tell myself that I'm not good enough. I'm going to build this, and I wasn't born with directions. You weren't either.
Yeah.
But then when you realize I couldn't build this, I didn't have the directions.
Yeah.
But when I got them from believing in myself,
Yeah. Then they kind of came through.
Yeah.
As I'm sitting there listening to this motivational speaker in my own shit, not even paying attention to what he says, he said something about, dressing for the job you want, not the job you have. And something clicked and said, why am I not designing my day for the life I want instead of the life that I have? Wow. And so I pulled out a piece of paper and I was like, if this was my day, if corporate America didn't own me, if I didn't have to listen to them and it was my day, what would I do? And so I said, very first thing, I would wake up and I would do my daughter's hair. So at that point, what I was doing was yelling, hey, go get ready, we're leaving in 15 minutes. And she would go get ready, and I would go get ready, and we would meet at the door, and we would go to school, and she would get dropped off, and I would go to work, and there was no interaction in the morning.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I would actually do my daughter's hair. I would get ready with her. I would comb it. I would put it up in a ponytail. And then I was like, and then after I dropped her off at work, after I dropped her off at school, I would go and I would volunteer my time somewhere. And it only took me to getting to that bullet point before I said, okay, I'm writing my 2-week notice. And I took out another piece of paper and I wrote my 2-week notice for corporate America. I had no clue what I was, if it was going to work. But I told myself I could always go back, right? Like I could always go back. Why not just give it a shot?
Or sit at a chair.
Do this. Tell me, can you go right here, like
by the gifts?
Because I want him to see like the because we've been
Christmas
doing this
Eve's-
all year, so I want this. To
Ah,
be
okay.
Christmas shot.
Smart. I reached a point where life, as I knew it, wasn't really livable anymore. If you really want to know the truth, I was going through my quarter life crisis, where I was like, okay, I was raised for a world that doesn't really exist, because my parents are pretty crazy people, but they're good people.
Yeah.
And I started to see how people really treated each other in politics at work. And I fell in love with a girl that didn't fall in love with me, And I was like, everything sucked. And I was just like, if this doesn't work, I don't know what else will. And, like I talk about my dad on stage and how silly he was and stuff. And he rarely ever gave me advice. He would talk things out with us, but he would never really tell you what to do. But this one night, we're hanging out, we're watching TV, and I'd already quit my job. I'd already won this comedy contest. Like, I was at the end of my string. And my dad just looks at me, and he goes, have you ever heard the expression, don't burn your bridges? And I'm like, yeah. I'm 27, Dad. He was like, you know where that comes from? And I'm like, no. I go, it means like, be nice to people. So he was like, no. He goes, that comes from ancient Rome. And he said, the Romans were a feared army. That's how they civilized a huge part of the world. He goes, but even the Romans sometimes would get in the battles where they didn't know if they were going to win or not. So what they would do is, as they went to the battlefield, they would literally burn the bridges behind them. So they only had one option. It was either win the battle or die, because there was no retreat. And then he said, you know what, buddy? The thing nobody tells you about life is that there's never a good time. He goes, it's never the right time to get married. It's never the right time to have kids. And it's never going to be the right time to move to California. But he goes, if you feel that's where God wants you, then you just have to do it. And I think it was the next day, I just packed up my car and drove. It was crazy.
It's just breaking my heart. You know, you go into work and then you run to a show, you do really well at the show, and then you come back and they just treat you like a piece of shit. So it's hard to go from everyone loves you, everyone wants to take a photo with you, everyone thinks you're so great, to being an asshole at a job, in a desk, in a cube, where no one appreciates you, and you're just a piece of shit.
I know. I need a prayer. I need prayers.
I would love to have.
I do. Yeah. Who doesn't?
Thank you guys.
Get me with these kids. So these are my new friends that I just met. How did you guys find out about the show? How did you find out?
My mom was pretty supportive. She showed me the advertisement in the newspaper.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So you don't know any of these people right here with my friend Danielle?
Unfortunately not, but now we do.
So, this is your first comedy show?
Yeah.
And you got to be a gay one.
Yeah.
Because are you all gay?
Yeah.
Because you never can tell anymore, right? You can't tell. You're
Yeah.
gay too?
Yeah.
Okay, how fun, right? Isn't that, so is it easy being gay now? Is it easier? Because it was hard for me.
Yeah.
Right? And I love my grandma. My grandmother would keep it real all the time. She always just kept it real. So she's sitting there, on the couch, and I say, I'm just going to say it, grandmother. Here it goes. I'm gay. And she gets up immediately. She gets up. That's not a surprise, mijo. That's not a surprise. You want to surprise me? You tell me you got a girl pregnant. That would be a surprise. She looked at my Aunt Gloria. Gloria, tell him how when he was born and the doctor spanked him, he didn't even cry. He just went, ooh, we knew. Gloria, tell him how you never wanted to be breastfed. Nothing to do with being breastfed, but suck the shit out of that bottle. We knew, mijo. We knew.
So getting home from the Army, that was tough. That's when my family found out that I was gay. And let me tell you, my grandmother intercepted some phone calls to kind of overhear me talking to my then boyfriend who was in Korea. She sent a picture of himself naked. They have a big family meeting. Everybody comes together in this family meeting for like a powwow. They move the furniture around. This furniture has never been moved around in this house forever to make it like a big circle meeting. And then they're taking a vote on whether I can stay in the family or not. And so then the vote is that I have to go. And so what makes this crazy is that I heard that my family was having this meeting. And so I ran home. I gotta say, when you hear people that you think love you talking shit about you in a way that is, it was shocking. It was a moment where I heard how people really felt about me, and they come out of the house and they make this announcement and tell me that I have to go. And they did a little collection. They raised some money. They give me some money, and they say that you got to go and not to come back. And so, really tough. I go. I don't have anywhere to go. I don't know what to do. I'm stunned. I don't talk back to my elders. I do as I'm told, and I leave feeling like. I don't want to say I was defeated because that's not the right word. I don't even know how I got from A to B. I honestly don't know, but I pushed through. I get through. In one moment, I went from being this person that had a home, a family, like a life, and then in a second, it was taken away from me, and I had even no time to process, to think about it. Years later, I do a comedy show in North Carolina, and I see my cousin. She wants to reconnect with me, and that's really cool. Her husband is there, and he kind of hears the story about why I'm not in the family, why I'm in the family. He thinks it's crazy, anyone would. And so he calls He calls my uncle. They act like this never happened. They act like no one kicked me out. They act like all those bad things that happened to me were like I took it wrong when they said for me to go. A lot of bad things happened to me when a lot of bad things. Because I was so incredibly naive, and I was so just always wanting just to make a friend all the time, and it was a tough time, and I will say this, and I'm not comfortable saying it, but I'll say this for a moment. I was in a park at night, and there was a guy that came and I started saying I want to do comedy, and I did that, and it worked well. And then I'm at the point now where I'm like, well, I want to quit my day job and then just go and do that full time. But my fear is I don't want to go back to being homeless again. But do I want to do it again? And then this is what I'm saying, and this is why I get upset, is I had no choice when I was homeless at that time. But now I'm gonna make myself do that, and then if anything goes wrong, I deserved it all. I hate this. This isn't, I don't belong in this life. This isn't for me. I'm not happy. I'm creating unhappiness, you know what I mean? Because I'm not happy. And there's this fear that I'm going to betray myself. I part of me feels like I should have learned the lesson. The lesson is you do whatever you got to do to stay in that corporate life to keep those checks, so you can survive.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, no, I think I'm gonna reject that. And I get out of there and I just run and I try to find the good in there and to find a way to be at peace with yourself. And you know, some people talk about it and that seems to work for them. I have no real desire really to talk about it, and I really don't talk about it to people other than comics, because I think only a comic could get what I'm saying right now. Most people would just hear it as like, that's incredibly sad, how do you move on? Would you tell this to a comic, you know in the back of their head they're like, you got raped with those teeth? You know, you're just gonna find a way to make you, you know, we're not going to stay in this serious shit forever. What good is that?
How sure were you that you were going to quit your job, and why?
I was very sure. You know what? I was right up to COVID. I was already in plans for emotion. You know, I'm at the age now where heart attack or a stroke is real. Like I'm at Stroketober. You know what I mean? What time is it? So then I'm like, why am I stressing myself out? Not going on vacation because I don't want to get into that savings. Not going and doing fun things because I don't.
And also
the vacation. Eating.
The vacation is where you get the great story that you tell on stage about the terrible thing that happened on vacation. You know, so if you don't go on the vacation, you don't have the bit. Yeah. I mean, that's how I argue for everything that brings me joy in life is I'm doing all of this because I may get the story that is my new closer.
Mm. So I think I found peace in it. You see value in that? You don't think that's silly? You wouldn't judge me?
Of course. Look where we are. I mean, I like to be home in my house. The reason I left LA is I was like, I'm never gonna have a boyfriend, right? I worked up, you know, had some money saved so I was able to buy a house, which in Los Angeles is already crazy. And then I had no one to be in the house with. I had a boyfriend, I had a dog because I couldn't have a boyfriend. Which is not why you should have a dog.
Yeah.
So do you know what I mean? So Bingham was really my boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, that's the truth. That's what the role.
So you could have someone to go home to and take care of.
It's pretty fucking sad. If you are willing to have 4 roommates in an apartment in Tempe and live on ramen, fucking yes, live your life, do it. Fuck all the trashy chicks. Have fun. I celebrate that. I got too old. I got to a point where I was like, I'm done with ramen. I'm done with roommates. I had a roommate for 20 years. Okay, you know what I mean? I just was like, I'd rather be happy than broke.
I like that term, low success. I like that. That is very...
And what you call successful is up to you. I'm not trying to sound judgmental, but at this age, you know, there's a reason why old people are always like, get off my lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some things that aren't negotiable anymore.
Yeah.
And I need to have a certain amount of... For me, I need a certain amount of stability.
Do you know Spanish? A little bit, poquito?
Sí. And escupe en mi boca joto.
Okay, something gay.
Spit in my mouth, faggot.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I don't think you need any more than that.
That's all you need. Okay.
Ray, you know I've been thinking.
Oh, well, that's not natural. Okay.
No, I don't think I'm gonna quit my day job.
You're not gonna quit your day job.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I have great peace with it. I think I'm worried about it. I'm worried about money, but that's okay. But I'm mostly worried about being funny. I think having a day job makes me funny. The stress of it.
Did you talk to Tony about this?
I did. And Tony is fine with it too. You know what I mean? Like, it just makes sense. I still want the dream. I just don't want to do it poor.
Oh, God. Then you'd be like every other open mic out here.
I can't be poor no more, Ray. I can't be poor no more.
Because we can enjoy the benefits of the VIG uptown. Okay.
Right.
I know one of my buddies is a comedian, and his whole shtick when he first started was he works at Trader Joe's.
Okay.
And he was the banana guy at Trader Joe's, and that's his whole act was that. And then he became a really good comedian, and I was like, "You gonna stop working at Trader Joe's?" He goes, "Absolutely not. I can't stop working at Trader Joe's. I won't have any freaking material.
I know.
I get so much material from just being there all the time and the things people say to you and stuff. And so, you know, I think sometimes you do yourself a disservice by being too quick to quit the thing that, you know, like teachers. The kid who used to open for me was a teacher for the longest time. And he kept being like, "Oh, I can't wait to get out of teaching and do this full time." And I was like, "Well, you know, when you get out of teaching, you're going to lose a huge source of
material." Yeah. Think of all the people that started and ended doing comedy. They went in, they got married, they had kids, they finished college, they bought homes. What did we do, Mark?
Still in it.
Still
you
in
still
it.
haven't lost. You only lose when you give up.
That's right. And you know what we don't do? Shortcuts. Yeah, we took the long way. We did the long way home. If somebody said, "Mark, I'm really thinking about doing comedy," what's the first step? Maybe get rid of your self-esteem and self-worth, because that's not going to work. Get rid of it.
He's one of the best in the valley. He's my friend, and he's here to entertain you. Start crazy, make some noise for the one and only Steve Moore!
Hi, ugly bitches in the back. Are you good? Whatever happens in this life, good or bad, it's a blessing from the Lord.
Come on, bitches, come on! I'm talking to you.
The most important thing about having a dream is being able to finish it, being able just to push through even when there's not the good times, through the shitty gigs, through the when you're tired, when you don't feel good, when you don't feel like being funny. That's the dream. You just keep doing it consistently, day in and day out. Yeah. It's actually fun though. That's the dream. And you just can't think about it too much. You just have to do it. Just be on autopilot and keep it moving. Is it too hot in here for you? This is how I trick boys to take off their shirts. Is it too hot? What? Take off your shirt.
And why would you listen to a comedian? For God's sake, they're terrible, awful people.
I know.